So you want to learn more about CASPer? Silly me. I mean the CASPer test. Hey guys, welcome back. For those who are new here, my name is Yuja Chang. You can call me Zachary. I'm a first year dental student at McGill University. So guys, as you may have heard, they're adding new changes to the CASPer test starting the application cycle of 2022 to 2023. And I'm going to talk about these changes in this video. First off, what is CASPer test? So it is a test in which you are faced with different scenarios. In all of those scenarios, you have to say what you would do if you were in their shoes. It's basically a way for the schools to assess your personality, but also your social skills. Not only that, it's also for them to see if you have the different traits that are deemed important for a healthcare professional, such as dentist, physician, vet, pharmacist, OT/PT, and much more. So what is new this year? What is to be expected? So starting this year, there'll be 15 stations instead of 12 as the previous years. So it's 3 extra ones that you're going to be faced. But not only that, they also added a new section, which is the video response section. So for those who are new to CASPer test, we used to only have type responses. Now there's 2 categories. One is a type response. Second is a video response. For the type section, you're going to have 9 scenarios in total. 6 of them are going to be scenario based. 3 of them are going to be word-based prompts. It's all going to be randomized, so you don't know which one you're going to be starting with. For each station, you're still going to have 5 minutes to answer 3 open-ended questions. If you're done saying what you need to say before the 5-minute mark, by all means, you can go to the next scenario. If you get cut off by the 5-minute mark, it's okay. Your answer will be saved and it still be sent to the evaluator. After the first 5 stations, you're going to have the option of taking a 5-minute break. And I do suggest for you to take it so that it clears up your mind. After you've done the type section, which is all 9 stations, you're going to have another 10 minutes break that you can take before starting the video response section. So video response section, it is new starting this year. We don't know what to expect because previous years have never done it before. So we'll see how it goes. So we do know that the video response section has 6 stations. 4 of them are going to be scenario based and 2 of them are going to be word based prompts. How that's going to happen is after seeing the stations, you'll have 30 seconds to think about everything that you saw, reflect, internalize so that you're ready to answer the different questions that you're going to be faced later on. After the 30 seconds, you'll have 10 seconds to read the questions that is going to be prompted, and then you have 1 minute to video record yourself to answer that specific question. And then you'll have another 10 seconds to read the following question and another 1 minute to answer. In total, you're going to be video recording yourself 3 times per station. So it's very new. We don't know what to expect, but it's going to be fun. So what are the general tips that I would give to someone who is about to do the CASPer test? First is the grammar and the spelling are not taken into account. So please don't mind the spelling mistakes and also the typos. It is important to note that if you make too many spelling mistakes, it can be harder to read and that may affect the evaluator's ability to understand what you're trying to convey as your message. Number 2, it is to do the tech session checkup. After your registration, you're going to be able to do a technical test just to see if you're able to play the videos or if your browser works and if your mic is working, if your webcam is working. Number 3 is practice, practice, practice. I do believe that it is possible to practice for the CASPer test. Wait. Let me stop myself right here. So you're going to hear from other people that you cannot practice for the CASPer test. And I do think that is false. By practicing, you'll be able to manage your time better. And you're going to practice how to structure your answers in a better way. So at the end of the day, practicing won't hurt anyone. It'll only help you in the long run. So on CASPer's website, they give you sample questions for the scenario-based stations, but also for the word-based prompts. So you can just look through them and practice answering them in 5 minutes so that you can at least gauge a bit what's it like and just a feel for how long or how short is 5 minutes. So number 4 is basically how you would answer. I think there is no bad way to answer it. I think there is just a better way of answering it. First things first, you need to give both sides to the scenario. And based on your role in the scenario, you would take responsibility for different things. I'm so sorry to interrupt again, but I also want to add that the main important thing here is for you to not jump to conclusion. You cannot assume anything, so that's why you have to gather information in a very non-judgmental way and also be empathetic to what is happening to them in that specific situation. So validate, acknowledge what they're saying, and be there for them. And towards the end, you would try to come up with a solution based on your own decision, and you would have to explain it why you chose this decision. And then I know it's impossible for you to explain everything in 5 minutes, but try to keep it short, keep it concise. So nowadays, it's very important for you to practice your endurance. So the new CASPer is much longer than the previous version. So the minimum for the previous one was 60 minutes, whereas now it's 100 minutes minimum. So it's an additional 40 minutes at least. Now that CASPer test is much longer, it is going to be harder for you to keep your focus. So that's why the more you practice focusing for longer hours, then the better it will be for the test day. So what you can do, you can just search up online CASPer scenarios and then go through a couple of them per day so that you are able to practice yourself, to simulate a bit what you're going to be facing on that test day. And for the word-based prompt, I think it's much easier for you to practice those stations due to the fact that they're going to be asking you about your personal experience. I think my biggest advice would be go through all the job or school interview questions about anything related to your experience. So like describe a time that you had to display leadership or something like that. That's very common in job interviews. And also please do remember your CV inside out and upside down, because know everything that you did by heart. Much easier for you to draw examples from your life experiences. So you won't lose as much time finding examples that you're going to be talking about for that specific question, because then again, you only have 5 minutes to answer a few questions and 1 minute to answer one question if it's a video based one. You want to maximize the amount of time that you're able to communicate your answer. So for the video response section, it is important to be mindful of your nonverbal. And why do I say that? Because we do know that nonverbal accounts for 70% of all communication that happens in this world. So it all starts with a good eye contact. So try to look forward, try to not look at the paper, or try to not look sideways, simply as if you're talking to someone in front of you. And with hand gestures, I'm a person who likes to talk with their hands, but during those times it can be very distracting. So if you want to put it under the table so that if you do need to hand gesture, it won't show it on camera. So it'll be less distracting. There'll be more focus on what you're saying, but also try to have different intonation. Try to emphasize on different things that you want to say, or if you want to put more importance to. Another tip for this section would be for you to record yourself answering those questions so that you can see if you do too much hand gestures, or what are the different tics or bad habits that you have that can be corrected. So if you are the type to say like a lot, so it's like this and like that, and I want to do like this, it'll be too distracting again. You don't want that to be the main message that they take from your response. It is important for you to know about your weaknesses so that you can work on it before the test day. That is pretty much all I wanted to talk about regarding the new CASPer test. I tried to keep this video as short as possible, try to be concise. If there's any questions that I didn't answer, please leave them down below in the comment section so that I can answer them. And from there, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.